Hello greets, freaks and makeup geeks, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make, using scar wax, a sort of, I don't actually know what it's called, Chelsea grin, sort of the Joker, typical sort of Joker smile. I've done this before using liquid latex, and I know that scar wax can also be used. However, I am going to give a little forewarning now. I have found using scar wax, if you use it on the back of your hand, on your forehead, or around your mouth, any area that will move a lot, it is going to crack. It is not the most professional medium, you're better off with a prosthetic, but as a beginner and as a way to start out, and if it's more for photos than for perhaps a long film shot or something like that, then it holds up perfectly fine. So yeah, with that being said, let's get straight into this. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to click subscribe, hit the notification bell. So yeah, subscribe, all that good stuff. With that being said, let's get creepy. That has never been part of my videos. So I've zoomed you in all nice and close and personal. I'd like to apologise for my very patchy skin and horribly chapped lips. I don't know what's going on. This is why I've been offline for ages and I haven't actually been filming anything because my eyes were really bad and my face is just horrible, so apologies. Also, I'm missing a piece of my tripod, so if I kick the tripod and the camera goes flying, oops. So to start off with, I'm just going to quickly run through some supplies. You need some scar wax, obviously. This is, I forgot what it's called. Spirit gum, that's your adhesive. Blood, something to colour it with, so cream paints, or I'm actually going to be using eyeshadows, and the various brushes and sculpting tools. So I'm just going to take this little lip liner pencil and I'm going to pull the world's most awkward smile. This is why I don't smile in photos, because my face is kind of lopsided. And I'm just going to draw in where I want the smile to be. No, this doesn't look great, but you can always kind of touch it up afterwards. Again, this is kind of a learning process for me because I haven't actually done it properly with scar wax before. It tends to go a bit wrong, but it's a learning process. If there's a weird jump in video here, it's because I just had to go get my dad to take the lid off this. So this is my spirit gum, it's the adhesive for the wax. You can cut it on like a cotton bud or Q-tip, whatever you want to call it, and put it along with that, but I haven't got one to hand and I honestly can't bother to go get one. So I'm just going to use the brush very carefully because it comes off quite a lot, and I'm going to place it along the lines that I've drawn. As I said, I just had to go get my dad to open this because it glued itself shut. Also, if you can hear any background noise, it's the lawnmower. My mother has decided that now is a good time to cut the lawn. Despite the fact it's 4:30 in the afternoon, that's why the light in this isn't great, because whilst it's still bright outside, because this setup is right in front of a wall, I've got a mirror there, a window there, and a window there, the light goes the wrong way, so yeah. So now I just have to wait for a little while for that to go tacky, because it's quite a thin layer, it's going tacky pretty quickly. Which means I can almost immediately go in with my wax. I probably shouldn't have done both sides, I'm only really going to be doing one side on camera, but oh well. So I'm going to take some of my Ben Nye nose and scar wax in fair, just a little bit, and I'm going to roll this. You can put Vaseline on your fingers. I've started to get used to not using the Vaseline because I keep forgetting to use it. And you're going to roll it between your hands to kind of make a thin sausage shape that will form the skin on either end, either side of the smile. So now I'm just placing that roll of wax along where I put the adhesive and sort of pressing it into my skin. You will find this is going to be quite difficult because, as I said, your face is not the best place to use wax. So now I'm just going to take my spatula and start trying to blend it down into the natural skin of my face. See, I won't lie to you guys, this is why I don't tend to use wax. That took some fair blending. It's getting dark again. Why? That did take quite a bit of blending. It didn't take too long, it's just a really awkward process, and you can probably see, I think that's zoomed itself out, hasn't it? It is quite thick, so you kind of have to take that into consideration, that it will be quite a thick layer if you put on as much as I did. I did put a lot of wax on, but it's a learning curve, and as I said, I personally just don't get on with wax. It just doesn't work for me, but I'm going to apply a slightly thinner bit of wax to the bottom of the wound, and in the exact same manner I'm going to blend that in. I really advise using Vaseline along with your wax, because it's so sticky it just does not blend into skin well. So yeah, I'm just going to start blending this the same as I did with the top. So now that I have connected the pair, as you can see, the movement is becoming difficult because I don't want to crack this, and it is cracking as I talk. I'm going to take some setting powder. I can't bother to go get my usual one, so I'm just going to use my really old MUA translucent Paris powder and just remove some of the shine from this, because I've used Vaseline and wax, which are both shiny. I'm then going to add a little bruising around the wax, not much, just kind of to change the skin tone a little. Thankfully this is a perfect match for my natural skin tone, but not for my bruised skin tone. So I'm using my Marvellous Mattes palette, which I'm sure you're all very familiar with now, because it's my absolute favourite. And I'm taking first of all this sort of pinky purpley shade here, and just adding a little bit of that around the wax. This is pretty subtle, it's kind of just making it more like specific to my skin shade, and also adding slight bruising. Unfortunately, once dry, it does highlight the cracks and the lumps in your wax, which can be a problem, but I'm not too fussed by it. I'm really going to take just the slightest bit of this red and add just a little bit more irritation, possibly going in with a little bit of purple. I don't want to make this too bruised, so. So to colour in the inside of the wound, I'm going to take my 11 Ever little bruise wheel and use the lightest red and mix it with a little bit of the darker red, using what's meant to be an eyeliner brush, and I'm going to start to add the colour back into the inner portion of the wound. This will be filled with blood, but you still want to have a base colour. When doing this stage, I'm also making sure that I colour the insides of the wax as well, because obviously that will be the inside portion of flesh, and like the torn up areas of flesh. I'm struggling a bit with that corner, but it doesn't really matter, the blood will cover it. So now that I've laid down a very solid base for the wound, I'm going to go in with my blood. This is Meron Syrup Stage Blood, and I'd usually drop this in with my spatula, but I actually have a pipette, and whilst this is thick syrup blood, I'm hoping it will still drip, hopefully. Or not. Okay, well I tried. And I'm just going to fill in this wound. So this side pretty much finished. Yes, I put it in my mouth. It's syrup blood, it's to coat my teeth. Oops. I'm not the most proud of how this looks, I'll be very honest. This happens a lot, that you don't end up the most proud of how it looks, yada yada. But I feel like it's also a learning thing of you don't always like your own product. I feel like it's just a little too droopy here, so I might make that one more narrow. But yeah, that's pretty much the grin on one side complete. I'm going to go duplicate this on the other side, maybe make it more narrow on the other side, I don't know, and then I shall come back. So I've just finished up the other side and it's not as even, it's definitely more narrow and it looks really dark in here. I'm not 100% sure why. That's the other side. It's not as even, but I like the unevenness. I don't think the Joker is OCD. So I have here my spray blood, which I made myself, just watered down syrup blood and some of my old Halloween blood. And I'm kind of just trying to make it a little bit more drippy in the wounds. This side's not really cooperating as well, shall we say, because it's so narrow. Oh, okay. Well, certainly drippy. Oops. That just dripped onto my trousers, but thankfully they already have pink on them, so it's fine. And then I'm actually going to use the spray blood as spray, just to add even more, because if you're new around here, you won't know this, but blood is my favourite step, so. That just went all over my clothes. Oops. This is dripping all over my clothing. Piece of advice. If you're going to use blood for anything, it does drip everywhere. Thankfully I'm wearing black, so you can't really tell. So yeah, this is the finished look. This blood has gone everywhere. It's all over my shirt, it's all over my trousers. Well, my jumper, sorry. Thankfully I'm wearing black. So yeah. I hope you guys like this look. Hopefully it will come in useful to some of you. It's very much a sort of Halloween-y kind of look, but if you are going to be going out with it on, it can crack, so there's that to take into consideration. I'm going to go wash my hands, and wash my shirt, and all my clothes, because there's blood everywhere. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, click subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my Special Effects Instagram, the link is down below, and yeah, ciao. How do I turn the camera off?